Hello everybody, we are here in the pavilion of Association of Exporters in Greece that is located at the Expo in the International Fair of Thessaloniki, and we're here with two amazing personalities, Mrs. Eva Sarigiannidou. She is actually the communication manager of I-BEC.
Yes,
Welcome.
thank you a lot.
And we're also with a young entrepreneur. He's a start-upper. She has established a startup called Efimeron, and her origins from Bella Italia. Our colleague, Mrs. Federica Chippa.
Right, thank you, Lena.
I tried very hard. So here we are.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Greenland project, and I would like to use this occasion to ask you some questions. First of all, how did you manage to actually reach out to the needs in order to involve them in the activities of Greenland project and to make the activities attractive in the eyes from the perspective of young people?
I will start by answering the last question. How do you make things attractive for young people? You get them involved. You discuss a lot. You make a lot of calls with them. First of all, you reach out to the associations that that involve young people. Example given, we have reached out to the Youth Council of Orestiada, which is a city located in the northern part of Evros. So youth councils imitating city councils, okay, and involved young people up to 25 years old. So you have young people involved in something, you reach out to them, and you get a lot of discussions what really
matters to them.
Not only matters, what they identify as problems. What do they need? So you talk a lot, you listen a lot, maybe you listen more to what they need, and then you suggest something that it feels attractive. But we have the chance to work with a program, Greenland, that has a lot of opportunities for them. Okay. We have a lot of courses. All these courses are really relevant to the needs of a young professional. So we have a lot of opportunity to propose a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's what we did in I-BEC to make to conclude with the synergies and everything that we have proposed to the stakeholders.
Actually, if I can add my perspective, being also myself a young person, I believe that the potential, the big plus of this project is, of course, the empowerment of our personal skills, the experience that you can add on your CV, the reskill adapted to the new demand from the circular economy, actually. But it's also another kind of empowerment, because through the involvement of young people in this new concept and in this new perspective of seeing things, actually you empower them as change makers, as active citizens, you know. So it's not just for their own
let's say potential and personal growth and development.
Exactly, yeah.
Despite that, the most important thing is also the creative thinking, that alone the fact that you ask the opinion from a young person has another perspective. He has the fresh eye, let's say, quite simple. The very important thing here is the culturism, this culture exchange, because several countries are participating, not only from European area but also from Mediterranean. And what I really found like a challenge is how you can to settle with these different mentalities, type of business modeling and communication approach, because it's quite different the aspect of view of an Arabian one and quite different aspect of view of European one. So you have first of all to study the characteristics and then to analyze and to make the new synthesis.
That's right. Actually, I wanted to ask you another question. Which are the difficulties that you found, that you faced in the needs outreach, and what would you change in the approach to this mission, if you would change something?
It's a good question, what to change. there's a high competition in educating, in educational programs for NEETs, because most of the European programs have this aspect of educating needs. So sometimes defining needs is a problem. The definition itself, how the criteria are being described, that sometimes is the problem. One thing to change is redefine this, redefine needs. That group of people that need to be reskilled, let's say, or upskilled, because it goes both ways. So one is going to be that, because criteria can be something difficult to overcome. It's the only way to outgrow the competition, because it's a high competitive industry.
Of course.
Reskilling and upskilling. That could be it.
Not only this, let's say it was quite difficult to approach the domicile services, the employee agencies. Thanks God we had a very welcome meeting with Mr. Kanalidis. He's the head leader of 25 employee agencies, DIPA, here in Thessaloniki. We had a very productive dialogue, and he really suggested to have a more official, and tomorrow we're very happy, very blessed to have Mrs. Yana Holmova from DIPA in Athens with us. And after the first cyclic forum about circular economy, we're going to have a meeting in Athens in order to discuss further, more specifically, to gain these needs that are needed to be educated for Greenland program. And what I want to say, as difficult as is also the way that we're going to approach them. We used the social media platform, but it's not enough. We need maybe to make some info days in aim to bring more awareness to the people and why it's important to get involved in this. And I think with Eva we had also good collaboration. We exchange opinions, minds and thoughts, and this productive brain drain brought us today here.
Okay, one last question, since we talked about the difficulties. According to your opinion, which are the results that can be already measured, and which of these results are more satisfying for you?
Be my guest.
Okay, satisfying. Every result is satisfying, even if it's not striking as very positive at first, because you learn with every activity that you accomplish. You learn things, and that is always satisfying to share. Just before we did this, I was talking with Professor Mohammed, and we were discussing about the effort that we did to reach out to Arabic-speaking population here in Greece. And we found some resistance, etc. It is a very satisfying result, even though we didn't get the chance to educate somebody, because we found out what these people need. And maybe this is something
first step.
It is the first step to the other step. So that is satisfying. And I talked to you before about these info days that we're gonna run next weekend, actually. So it was very satisfying, the whole process of reaching out, because you learn. And when you learn, you can deliver an educational program at its best, because then you adapt the program that you have, or the content that you have to your audience. And that is, for me at least, that was the satisfaction that we got from that.
For me, it's actually that society is going to select this precious knowledge, because it is a win-to-win agreement when you have let's say, on the same level, educate people. The profit is about society. The social inclusion, we're not going to say we have refugees, we have people that are integrated to the society. And if you're going to strive bridges to bring together work, the market, offer and demand, then everything is going to be more balanced. And the society is going to run more smoothly. This is, I think, the most important here. And of course, when everybody is going to speak about Greenland, they will have a synonym to their mind is a successful story.
What to add? I believe that this is the perfect conclusion for our conversation. Thank you very much for answering my questions. And
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ladies.